Here we go. Okay, so welcome back everybody. So today we're going to focus on obviously the inclusive inline roller skating. We're going to do the badge program 2 today. So we're just literally going to do that badge program 2. We're going to go through from level 1 right through all the levels, right to level 10. So we're going to focus just purely on this one. So this is for intellectually independent skaters and visually facilitated skaters, okay? So we still need to make sure we're going to do warm-up. We're going to check our skates to make sure that they're okay and our equipment. We're going to then get our skates on, and then we'll start literally from badge 1 and we'll work our way through it. And don't forget, if you've got any questions at the end of it, you can always email Margarita or myself and we can hopefully answer some of your questions. So we're going to do a quick warm up then. So just move my chair out of the way. Put that there. Okay, so we're going to start off with a few gentle stretches and things, okay. So this is just to get things moving a little bit. I know that obviously you're in the ice rink where it's cold, and a lot of us are used to being, we do a little bit of a jog, side skipping, or running on the spot if there isn't much space, and that gets blood pumping around the body to warm up. Remember, it's much better and your body performs much better if we do that warm up. So we're just going to do point and flexes. So obviously because we're indoors, it is a little bit warmer, but it's still important to make sure you're doing that warm up. So I've done my little bit of fast walking earlier. So now I'm just going to start to stretch out a little bit. Okay, and I'm just going to circle my toes and do the flexes. Okay, do my circles on this one. So now I'm going to do my calf stretch. So remember, it's like if your feet are together, bend your knees, you're just taking one step forward and straightening that back leg. Really important to keep those hips pushing forward. Squeeze your bottom, and you're just doing that gentle stretch down your calf. Remember, you should feel a stretch, okay, but it shouldn't hurt, and no bouncing, okay, because that can cause injuries. Okay, so just stretching that calf. So I'm going to turn around, look, I'm going to do the other foot forward, okay. So if I'm doing it straight forward, look, you can see my feet are really nice and straight, and I'm stretching that calf at the back and hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, so we're just going to do hip side to side. Okay, and do 5 of those, and then you can do the circles. Okay, 1 way, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we're going to go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, all right, so I'm just going to do my shoulders. So I'm going to lift my shoulders up and push them down. Again, this exercise, if you want to, you can do in the chair. So you can sit and do this one. You can roll your shoulders, just get everything nice and supple, ready to go, nice and warmed up. That's it. Okay, and you can do the circles with your arms. So like you're swimming backwards. So don't go too mad with this. Just nice, just so you can feel like you're doing big circles with your arms. And then we can do that going forward. So we're just stretching out. That's it. Okay. So now we're just going to do the chin onto your chest and push back. And we're just going to start to warm the neck up, just to stretch it just nice and gently. And again, if this one, doing the circles, makes you feel a bit dizzy, you can do this one sat in the chair. That's absolutely fine. Okay. All right. So we've done most of the stretches. We're just going to do now the twist one, because this is on this level 2 program, and we're going to do this standing still and moving. So it's a good idea just to have a practice, just standing still. So just feet slightly apart, bend your knees slightly, arms out. So what we're going to do, we're going to twist to the right first, just a quarter of a circle, and just stay there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to the front. And again, if you feel a little bit dizzy on this one, doing it standing up, you can always have a go in a chair doing this one, and just twisting to the side, feeling when you pull into the left shoulder's pulling back, and you're pulling that right shoulder forward, but try and keep your shoulders nice and level up, so I'm not dipping down, just nice, and I've just got that nice gentle knee bend and I'm using those core muscles. Okay, so give yourselves a shake out. So you should be nice and warm. Don't forget that you need to check your skates, that your wheels are no dirt, dirt-free, and no wet. You don't want any wet on these at all because they do get quite slippy. And just check, no frayed laces, things like that. Okay, so I'm just going to get my skates on. I know some of you have all got your skates on already, so that's fine. Just remember though, guys, it is important to put your safety gear on before you put your skates on. So if you've got your knee pads, your wrist guards, and your helmet and your elbow pads, just pop them on. It's probably easier to do it before you put your skates on. Okay. And just remember that it is really important to do that warm up. It gets your body moving, your blood flowing, and then muscles and things work much better after doing your warm up. Okay, so try not to skip that warm up out. And there's lots of ways of doing it. And as I say, you can do a little bit of fast walking, side skipping, a little bit of gentle jogging. And if you've not got a lot of room, and you're indoors in a small area, remember you can just jog on the spot, okay, and that's good, but then do a little bit of the stretching out as well. So remember, in skating we use a lot of the calf muscles, and even though you've got your skates on nice and tight around those ankles, you just need to still, you know, get your ankles nice and supple, ready, because we're going to be doing lots of bending, okay. So skates on there, and again remember they need to be quite tight. Okay, I always say, you know, same with ice skates, is nice and tight, and around the ankles you want them nice and tight. That's it. And you can tie it in a double bow if you want to secure it. So if you can just squeeze one finger down, that's tight enough. You don't really want much more than that because that's too much. Okay, so we're going to start off with level 1, badge 1. So there's 3 things, remember, on each badge that we're going to do. Okay, so we'll go through, as I say, from 1 to 10, and we'll work our way through all of it. And if there's anything, remember, you can always adapt it. If there's anything that's a little bit too advanced, or you feel that you're not quite there, there's lots of ways of adapting that to your level and ability. So to get up out of the chair, remember, it's not like on ice skates where you're standing on rubber and you can stand straight up and not slip. Your wheels are going to roll, so you're going to put your rubber stopper in if you've got one, or you can hold on to somebody, lean slightly forward and push yourself up, okay? And then you can either move the chair out. Okay, so here we go. So when we start on level 1, badge 1, we've got stand still unassisted, okay? So we've just got up out of the chair, so you want to stand nice and still. So the easiest way, rather than keep your skates facing forward because they'll roll around, is put your heels together, look, and a small V. Okay, you don't have to turn them right out. A little bit of V-bend, and what you'll find, look, even if you're rocking forwards and back, you'll find that your feet will be nice and still. So when we do this, so the first part of level 1 is we're going to stand nice and still for 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, so it's not too long. And again, if you want to get used to this, you can hold onto a chair, hold onto somebody's hand, or hold onto the side if you feel, and then gradually you can build that up. So I'm just going to stand with my feet in this penguin stance position, so they're nice and still. My arms slightly forward in a V. I'm going to count. We'll just go from 5, okay, down to 0, and then we'll do a little bit longer. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so that's just to get your balance and keeping those feet. As I say, if your feet are like this, they'll tend to roll around quite a lot. So that's number 1. Okay, so you can give that a go. Remember, you can always, because we're trying to get through to badge 10, if we're going a little bit quick, you can always go back to watch this on the Inclusive website or on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to move on to level 1, and this is part 2. So we're going to just do a knee dip standing still, okay? Because in skating we do lots of knee bend. Now, because of your skates being really tight around those ankles. It can be quite hard to get used to bending those knees, but it's really important because in skating we use our knees all the time, and we've got to get used to bending those knees. So to bend your knees, what you need to do, I'm just going to turn sideways, just come a little bit closer. I've got to push my ankles quite a lot forward onto my skates. So my ankles are pushing forward, which allows my knees to bend, okay? So all we're going to do is just do this standing still. Now again, you can hold onto a chair, hold onto somebody's hand or hold onto the side, and then gradually let go. And just feel that nice knee. So you want to tuck your bottom in, keep your tummy up, and those arms slightly forward in that knee, and bend your knees. If you feel like your feet are rolling a bit, you can always put them slightly in that knee and bend this way. Okay, and stand nice and still. Okay, so that's part 2. So we're now going to stay still on level 1. Remember, there's three different elements on each badge. So we're going to march forward. So you can do this by yourself. If you've got a frame, you can use a frame, or you can hold onto somebody's hand. Okay, and that's absolutely fine. So this is all in the badge. So you can do that, holding on. So what I'm going to do is start off with the position we did first, for the first part of badge 1. I'm going to bend my knees, and all I'm going to do is just march forward. Okay, and remember, you can do this with your frame, a walking frame, if you've got a walking frame, or you can do this holding onto somebody's hand. Okay, so I'm just going to move backwards. Okay, so again, you can turn around on the spot. So you're just literally marching forwards. What you'll find is your feet will start to roll a little bit. Okay, so you could always, if you don't want to march forward yet, hold onto the chair, hold onto somebody's hand, or hold onto your frame, and you could literally just march on the spot. As I say, those wheels will start to move a little bit, but it'll just give you that feeling for what it's going to feel like when you start to move. Okay, so that's badge 1 completed. So we've done stand unassisted, okay, we've done the knee dip, and we've done the marching. Okay, so that's badge 1 completed. So we're going to move forward now on to badge number 2. So this is level 2. So what we're going to do is, on this one, because we are going to fall over, okay, and we need to know how to get up properly without panicking. Okay, so the easiest way to get down is, say, you can hold onto somebody's hand, hold onto a chair, or something like at the side of the wall. Just be nice and careful. So the easiest way to get down, if you've got a rubber stopper on the front, is to put your rubber stopper down onto the floor, and you're going to kneel down. Okay, if you haven't got that stopper on the front, it's a little bit more tricky, but you're just going to try and kneel down, look, on to one knee. Okay, and then what we're going to do, put the other knee down, and we're just going to sit back onto the floor. Okay, so the trick is, when you do this, is don't panic if you fall over. Everybody does panic, I know that. Try and sit, have a minute, get your breath. Okay, take a few deep breaths, and make sure you're not feeling dizzy or anything. You don't want to do this too quickly either. A lot of people do fall, panic, and try and get up really quickly, and they fall back down again. So when you fall, just try and think, right, I fell over, I'm just going to sit and have a minute, and then get up really gradually. So what we're going to do is feet out in front. Okay, I'm going to flop your feet out to the side and sit towards one hip. So we're going to fold your feet to the side. Okay, like this, and this can be a little bit awkward. And what you're going to do is going to rock. So if you just sit and rock first, you get used to it, and you can rock then onto your knees. Okay, onto both knees. Now, my roller skates are a lot heavier than ice skates, so when you do that rocking, you will feel those skates are a little bit heavier. Okay, so what I'm going to do then is going to put one foot up. Okay, I'm going to put both hands on my knee, and I'm going to lean over that knee. Now again, if you've got a rubber stopper, you can lift the back wheel up and press onto that rubber stopper, and that will keep your foot still, so it's not rolling around, and it's much easier to get up. If you haven't, your foot will move slightly, so you've got to get that feeling. So if you can just slide your wheels, you can feel that. Okay, so you can get the feel for those wheels moving slightly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push off my back toe, put my weight over my knee, and I'm going to push and stand myself up nice and steady, and put my feet, if I can, straight into that penguin stance start, just because then it keeps it nice and still. So when you fall, just take your time. Now on this one, for badge 2, you can do this one holding onto somebody's hand or holding onto the chair. Just make sure it's a nice sturdy chair. You don't want it to be a chair that tips when you get up, but you can do this one by yourself, or you can do it holding on, so you can do it assisted, so somebody can help you get into your position and stand up. So that's the fall over, get back up on badge 2, and that's on number 1. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to the next element. So this is element number 2 on badge 2. So I'm going to start with my feet in that penguin stance. Again, just because it's nice and sturdy, my arms out, I'm going to keep my head up, try not to look down on at your feet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bend my knees, and we're going to do a swizzle, standing still. So this is what a swizzle looks like. Okay, so step my feet back in. Okay, so again, you can hold on to somebody's hand, have a go at this one. If you're a bit unsure, hold on to a chair, hold on to the side. So what I'm going to do is stand up nice and tall, I'm going to bend my knees, press my wheels, look, slightly so they're tipping in like this, and my feet will go out, and then you pull your toes back in, okay, together. So this you can just do holding on to a chair. Okay, so if you face it's probably the best way to bend. This chair's a little bit low probably, but you can practice. And you can practice going back. And press on the inside of those wheels, pull those toes together. What you'll find as well, at the start of the swizzle, we need lots of that knee bend. So remember to push your ankles onto the front of those skates because they should be quite nice and tight. Kind of bend your knees to push out. When your feet get out, you're then going to straighten your legs to pull the toes back in. Okay? Just do that once more. So penguin stance, tummy up straight, arms out. Bend your knees. This bit's really important. Press on those wheels on the inside so they tip in. And push out. Straighten your legs to pull your toes back in. Okay, so that's a swizzle standing still. Element 2 on badge 2. So we're going to move on. We're going to go on to element number 3 on badge 2. So it's march for 3 to 5 meters unassisted. So if you're a little bit restricted to space, you can always do what we call stepping around to turn and go back again. So I'm going to go back here. So I've got a little bit more room. So I'm going to stand up nice and straight, bend my knees. As you can see, I'm in this penguin stance again. And what I'm going to do, I'm gently going to march forward. So a little bit of knee bend, okay? So you literally can just march. It's like stepping, okay, across. Sometimes you will find your wheels will move a little bit. Try not to panic. Try and keep that little bit of a knee bend. Try not to straighten up too quickly and go on that back wheel. If you can keep your chest and your chin very slightly forward, okay, if you're going to fall, you're better off going this way than leaning back and then your feet going from underneath you. So if you've not got enough space, you can do this, what we call stepping around on the spot, and then you can walk back, and you can just do your stepping along and then stepping around. Okay, if you've not got enough, so just gentle march forward. Okay, 3 to 5 meters. Okay, and as you can see, it's literally like walking. So it's what I call penguin walking, because your feet are turned out, hands are nice and flat, and you're doing that lovely penguin walking. It does make a lot of noise in roller skates, as you can hear your wheels on the floor, and they're so much heavier. So that's the forward marching, that's unassisted. So that completes badge 2. Okay, so we're now going to move on to badge 3. And again, there's still 3 parts to it. So the first part is a 2-foot glide, and we're going to hold it for 3 to 5 seconds, so it isn't too long. You do need a little bit of speed to do this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we can do a bit of marching forward, and then just stand on 2 feet and bend and count 1, 2, 3. And again, this will depend on the amount of space that you've got to do this. So you need to hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. So again, not too long. I held it for 3 seconds and that's absolutely fine. Again, you just do need a little bit of speed when you're doing that one. So I'll go back to the start. So I'm into my penguin stance, and I'm just skating along, try and get a bit of speed. So bend my knees, count 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then you can just wait until you come to a stop on those 2 feet. And then to keep nice and still, feet back in your penguin stance and bend your knees. So that's the first part of level 3. So we're going to go on to the next element, element number 2 on badge 3. And this is the swizzle movement while moving. Okay, so we did that, if you remember earlier, on badge 2. We held onto the chair. We could do that one standing still. But what we're going to do now, we're going to do a swizzle movement while moving. Now, don't panic if you can't do it really big. So what are you starting off with? Penguin stance again. Bend your knees, march forward a little bit. Glide on 2 feet. We've already done that one, and then you can have a go at a swizzle moving. Now, don't worry, even if you just do a tiny one. That's fine, just to get the feel for it. But just remember, it's about bending your knees, tipping those wheels slightly inside, and then back round together. So if you see there, we've already linked in something from badge 1 and 2, and that's linking now into this badge number 3. So again, look, I'm walking, okay, marching, my 2-foot glide, and bending my knees, and then doing a swizzle. I'll just step around it, going back this way. Then bending my knees, 2-foot glide, and I'm doing the swizzle while moving. So that is on level 3, the swizzle while moving. Okay, so again, if you don't feel confident to do it moving, you can always go back to just doing it standing still, holding onto the chair, holding onto somebody's hand. Okay, and eventually you can build up to doing that moving. And it's exactly the same, the knee bend and the positions and everything. So if you don't feel comfortable moving, go back to the one standing still, get used to doing that, get your feet and your body familiar with what you're doing, and then you can do that one moving. Okay, so badge 3, element 3 is forward, glide and bend your knees. Okay, so we've already done this one a little bit, haven't we? We're just going to forward glide and then bend your knees. Okay, so what we've got is feet in your T. Okay, so I'm going to bend my knees. Okay, and I'm going to just, if you see the back foot tips in slightly, so I've got forward glide and then I'm going to bend my knees. Can you see? So I'll do that a little bit closer, look. So penguin stance, bending my knees. This foot I'm going to push with this time. So the back foot, I press my wheels slightly in and I get a forward glide push and then feet together and bend my knees. Okay, so that's a forward glide and bend your knees. So this is getting you ready for doing your forward skating and alternating your weight a little bit. So bending. So this time, first time I'm going to push with my right foot, forward glide and my knees. And then I'm going to try turning this foot out, look. So you can make a T, an L, or a V shape, bend my knees, wheels it in, one push forward, forward glide, and bend my knees. So you can have a little practice at that one. Again, so this is getting ready for you transferring your weight, remember. So bending my knees, tipping my back foot in, and transfer my weight onto my left side, but then I'm going to go onto my 2 feet. Okay, so I'm turning my foot out, this time left, tipping my wheels in, pushing, and gliding onto 2 feet. Okay, so you can just take your time, and again, to start off doing that one, you can hold onto somebody or hold onto the side and practice, or you could do it going towards something. So if you put going towards, and then you've got something to hold on to, just make sure you don't push too hard when you're doing that one. So that's badge 3 completed. So badge 3, we've got the 2-foot glide for 3 to 5 seconds. We've got the swizzle movement, what's moving, and also we've got the forward glide and bend your knees. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to badge 4. okay? And again, there's still three, remember there's 3 elements on each badge. So we're going to do forward 2 foot glide for 1 metre and wait till stop. So again, the forward glide that we've already done, okay, is part of this, but we're going to try and get a little bit more speed so that we can hold that 2 foot glide for 1 metre. Again, I know that sometimes you'll be restricted to space, so we'll have a little go. I'm going to go back here. So I'm in my penguin stance, so probably a couple of pushes this time. Feet together, bend my knees, and I'm going to forward glide. I'm going to come right up to the camera. Step around, so pushing forward, bend my knees and glide. Okay, till I stop. So wait until you come to a stop. Okay, so pause, feet in glide, and hold. And then I'm stepping around, hold, glide, bend my knees, and wait till you stop. Okay, so that's the first one on badge 4. And again, you can build up gradually. So if you're not quite there yet, just practice the basic ones that we've already done on 1, 2, and 3. And eventually you can build your confidence up to do that 1 metre one. So we're going to move on to element 2 now on badge 4. And this one's back wiggle or march for 1 metre. So again, what you can do is to get used to this, because on my roller skates, I do know that when I press forward, and you have to do this on the marching, there's quite a long way before you go onto the stop, so your heels lift up, and you do feel like, oh, my wheel's gonna go. It won't if you have got the roller skates with the stoppers on the front. If you haven't, you just need to be careful not to go too far forward. So the best idea, I think, is to hold onto a chair, point your toes in towards each other and your heels up so your feet are in like a V. And what you can do is you can just gently step. And what you're feeling, as you can see, just be careful what chair you've got, because this one's not great. I just use this one to put my skates on. So if you've got a frame, or somebody's hand's probably better because you can stand up, and you're just going to hold on and you're going to practice that marching. Okay, so what you will find as well when you do this is as you do the backward march, your wheels, if you press on the ball of your foot, so towards the front of your wheels, your feet will start to go back, you can see. Okay, now if you can't quite do that one, where we do toes together, you can just do a little wiggle. So this one, your feet are just side by side, and you're just wiggling your way along. And you need to do that for 1 metre, so you can do this one like this, or you can wiggle this way. So however you feel comfortable. So you can do the toes together and march. Okay, you can do wiggle with both feet like this, or you can do kind of like a little swizzle to go backwards, and you just have to go 1 metre. And again, you can use your frame, hold on to it, or you can hold somebody's hand. As I say, the chair that I use to put my skates on is a little bit low, so I'm just using that as an example, and it isn't a very sturdy chair, so you do need something that's quite sturdy. Okay, and you do, whenever you're doing backwards, you do need to press slightly forward, not too far, because you'll feel those wheels will go just slightly forward. So hands in a V, just keep your chest and your chin just slightly forward. And as you can see, when I'm doing that with my toes together, my feet will start to move back. Okay, so that's the backward wiggle or march, and that's on level 4. So what we're going to do, we're going to now move on to element 3. So this is rotate 1 circle with your feet in place, okay? So if you notice I did this earlier, so if you do your penguin stance, keep still to start off with, and all you're going to do is you're going to rotate all the way around, little tiny steps on the spot till you face the front, okay? So, and then you can have a go the other way. You'll find this one way that you'll feel a little bit more confident than the other, and that's fine. And again, you can hold on to somebody's hand to give that a go to start off with, and it's a really good way to turn around once you go forward and just do the stepping around, just a little tiny bit at a time. So that's rotate 1 circle, and that's badge 4. So we're moving on quite quickly. So we're going to go on to badge 5 now. So we'll start off with element number 1. Okay, so this is consecutive forward swizzles, and you've got to do 3 to 5 of these in a row. So remember we did it standing still with a chair or holding on to somebody, and we also did it where we skate forward a little bit and just did 1 swivel. So what we're going to do now, we're going to link them together. Now you might not have the room to do 5, so and even if you only have room to do 2, you can do 2 and do your stepping around and come back and do 2 more. So to pass this badge, you've got to do 3 to 5 in a row. Okay, so this is on badge 5. So I'm in my penguin stance again. I'm going to bend to my knees, tip my wheels in, feet are going to go out. I'm going to straighten to pull back in, back into this penguin stance, and in. And then again, 1 more, I can squeeze 1 more, that's 3. Okay, so I step around, feet, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So in the space that I've got, I can do 3, and that's great, that's enough. Okay, so 3 to 5 in a row. So we're just trying to get you to do 3 consecutive ones, and you can build that up. You want to start off linking 2 together and then 3, and then if you've got the space you can move on to 5. Okay, so we'll move on to exercise number 2 on badge 5. So this is 2-foot glide, rotating the arms right, and then for the next one it is, so for the next part, exercise 3, it's rotating to the left. So again, we did this on the warm-up, yeah, a little bit of a twist. So we're going to do this moving now. So we'll skate forward, the glide and knee bend, and all I'm going to twist is 1 way, and I'm going to hold just a quarter and hold. So try to keep your head up, okay, and rotate. So this is getting you ready for turning and things later on. So slide forward, bend on 2 feet, and I'm going to rotate and hold. Okay, so when you rotate and hold, just try and hold it for until your skates come to a stop, and you can always turn back forward. Just judge the amount of space you've got. So because if you've turned, make sure you're coming back forward and you've got plenty of room to stop. So that completes level 5, because the 2-foot glide rotating the arms right is exercise 2, and the 1 rotating left is exercise 3. So that's kind of like 2. So we're now going to move on to badge 6. So this one, exercise 1 on badge 6 is march the full width of the rink. Well, obviously we're not in the rink at the moment, so we'll just do the width of the room, and so you can march, okay, the width of the room, and if you want to turn around, remember to step around, nice and steady, don't rush, and we're just getting moving like this. As you can see, as I'm doing that marching, my wheels will start to roll. You can do it where your wheels don't need to march. So it's just literally moving along and marching, using those feet, and just those wheels will start to roll. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to exercise 2 on badge 6. So this is beginner snowplow stop. So again, you can hold onto a chair, hold onto the side, or hold onto somebody's hand. So what we're going to do is starting off with your feet slightly apart and bend your knees. Okay, so it's almost like the first part of the swizzle. So you're pushing your feet out so they're a little bit wider, and then you gradually pull those toes in. We go a bit further back, you can't see my feet there. Okay, so you can do 1 push, bend your knees, and then you're going to push the heels out and you'll start to stop. Now when you do this, you do need your chest and your chin, those arms very slightly forward, because you don't want to go back. Okay, so I'll just show you that one again. So I'm skating along, feet slightly apart, bending my knees, and I start to stop. Beginner snowplow stop. So you don't need lots of speed on that one. And again, you can hold onto a chair and you can just do a couple of steps, bend your knees, push the heels out and stop. So that's the beginner snowplow stop on level 6. So we're now going to go on to exercise number 3. So this is consecutive 2-foot glides, where you rotate the arms, and we're going to go a quarter of a circle, and we're going to go left and right. So what I'm going to do is skate towards you. I'm going to do the 2-foot knee bend and glide. I'm going to then rotate and bring myself around. Okay, so that's quite a hard standing step. So you need a little bit of speed, look. So I'm going to bend my knees, rotate, and I'll start to go round the corner. Okay, so try that again, coming towards you. So again, you just need a little bit of space. Bend your knees, rotate, and then you'll find you'll start to come around. So remember the exercise we did where we bend and bring the body round? And that's what we're doing, but we're letting our wheels in. Now, if you notice, I tip my wheels slightly over to get around that corner, not too much though. You can when you've got lots and lots of speed, but to start off with, don't tip them too much because otherwise you won't go anywhere. So skating forward, bend my knees, I rotate, and I start to pull myself around the corner. And then I'm going to try the other way, look, bend my knees, rotate my upper body, and you just want to go a quarter of a circle, so not very far. So just so those wheels start to glide around. Okay, so that is level 6 completed. Wow, we're flying. Okay, so I'm now going to go on to badge 7. All right, so this is one circuit. It says around the rink, but around the room. So what we're going to do is we're going to start to skate. So you can do your marching, okay, or you can do your little steps. Try and keep your feet turned out. And all you're going to do is try and skate around. If you can only go straight and then step around, that's fine. And this is just to start to get you moving a little bit. And getting a little bit more speed later on. So if you have got the room to go around in a circuit, that's fine. If not, you can just do this going forwards and back. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to do badge 7. So this is number 2 on badge 7. So this is 2-foot glide to a stop. So we kind of did this earlier because we're limited to space. So remember, we're just going to bend those knees, push those ankles forward, and you're just going to glide until you come to a stop. Okay, so you can also have a little go at that beginner snowplow stop that we did on badge 6 if you want to and you feel confident. But for this badge 7, all you've got to do is skate forward, glide on 2 feet until you come to a stop, or you can do your snowplow stop. Okay, so the next one on badge 7, so exercise number 3, is forward glide and turn backwards. So if you wanted to hold onto a chair to get used to the turn, you can do, or hold on to somebody's hand, or you can hold onto the wall. So what we're going to do first is skate forward, feet slightly apart, bend your knees. You're going to rotate the body round, which is what we just did, and then you're going to try and get round to backwards. Okay, so I'll go it this way first. So I'm going forwards, I'm doing a 2-foot, I'm rotating round and then turning to backwards. So can you see we mixed in those 2 things, the knee bend, the rotate round, and then I'm bringing my feet. So you will lift the back wheels very slightly to help your feet to turn. And you will find, again, whatever surface you're on, it will be slightly different. So if you're on a carpet, it's much slower. If you're on a smoother surface, it will be much faster. So it's much better to have a go holding somebody's hand or holding onto a chair, okay, ready for the 2-foot turn. So here we go, knee bend, rotate the arms, lift the wheels and turn. So that's a good one to practice standing still, first of all, as well. If you feel a little bit wobbly on that one, just go back to doing the 2-foot turn and the rotating, and then you can get your feet to turn. You can do that standing still as well. For the badge, you need to move forward a little bit. So we'll now move on to badge number 8. So badge number 8 is a forward glide and dip. So the glide and dip, you need to hold the full length of the body. So when we do glide and dip, feet slightly apart, bend your knees, reach those arms forward, pull the top of the chest and the chin forward over the knees, and get down as low as you can. So to do this with the length of the body, so it's not too far, just a little bit of speed, reach forward, and you're going to dip. Okay, I'm stepping around, forward, reach forward, dip, try and keep your head up and face forward and dip. Okay, so that's the 2-foot glide and dip. So that's exercise number 1. And again, you can hold on to somebody's hand and you can practice that dip standing still if needs be before you start to move. Okay, so that's the glide and dip. So now we're going to practice 1-foot glide, left and right, the length of the body. Okay, so we did this earlier with the push. So we start with the push. I'm going to bend my knees, tip the back foot slightly in, and I'm going to push and hold, and then onto 2 feet. Okay, so you can do this if you want to, facing forward, and then balance. Okay, so we're just going to do this, look, transferring weight, forward. Yeah, so it's a 1-foot glide forward, the length of the body. So you can just do it if you wanted to, doing it like this and holding. That's probably a little bit trickier. We can do some of your marching forwards and then practice your balance on one leg. Now you do have to do that on your left and your right foot. Okay, so you can practice that one and build it up gradually. You can hold on to somebody's hand, just take it off for a little while and then keep holding it longer and longer, just so that you're getting used to transferring your weight from one foot to the other. Okay, so exercise number 3 on level 8 is a beginner jump. So again, you can hold on to somebody's hand. Now when you do this, you don't want to lean backwards. So when you bend forward, lean forward just a little bit. So a bit like you're going to your glide and dip, but not as low. And then you're going to just use your arms and then hold. All right. What you might find is, as you can see, I went forward onto my stoppers. If your stoppers are not there, you need to try and land right in the middle of those wheels. So bend, just a little jump and hold. And again, you could do that holding onto a chair, holding onto somebody's hand, or holding onto a wall to practice. And again, because these skates, roller skates are quite heavy, it will make quite a noise, and it is harder to jump high. So you just want to a little jump. As you can see, it's quite noisy, so don't let that worry you. It's quite normal to sound like that. Okay, so that's completed level 8. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go on to level 9. So badge number 9, and we're going to do exercise number 1. So it's 2-foot glide, half a circle, both ways. Okay, so we kind of started on this, but we did a quarter of a circle. So now we're going to bend and we're going to go half a circle. So you need just a little bit of speed. We're going to do this both ways. So I'm going to bend and I'm pulling around half a circle. So instead of a quarter, like we did on badge 6, on badge 9, we've got to get half a circle. So you need a little bit more speed and still rotate. And again, you can break that down. You can hold it and gradually build that up to half a circle from a quarter of the circle. So exercise 2 on badge number 9 is backwards marching for 3 to 5 minutes. So we did the backwards marching to get the feel of it, holding onto a chair, or just very slightly. So this one we're going to march for 3 to 5 meters. So this is just getting you moving a little bit more. And again, hold on to somebody's hand to practice this. And if you're limited to space, remember when you get to the bottom, just be aware of how far you've got. Slow down on 2 feet. You can step yourself around and then start coming back. Okay, so that's if you're limited to space. So moving on to exercise number 3, forward skating and pushing right and left. So we've already started this one. Okay, so I'm in my penguin stance, and I bend my knees, tipping in slightly, pushing together, yeah, and then I'm turning out again, pushing together. So the idea is that you're not using those rubber stoppers to push. I know some of you haven't got those on the front anyway, so it's using this, all of the wheels, the side of the wheels, to get the correct push. So you're turning out and you're using that correct push for forward skating. So turn out and close, turn out and close. And again, you can practice that movement standing still first, holding onto a chair, and you could always practice that holding onto somebody's hands. So we're now moving on to the last one, which is level 10, so badge 10, and we're going to do the exercise number 1. So it's 2 foot turn from forwards to backwards moving. So remember we did this earlier, kind of standing still. So what we're going to try and do is do this one moving now. So I'm going to go, do my forward step, bend my knees, do my rotate and turn, and then I can carry on moving backwards. Again, this one will require a little bit of space, and then you can do your backwards marching. So as long as you're moving a little way, rotate, turn, and keep moving. Okay, so as long as you've got a little bit of room, you can do that one. Okay, so you just need a little bit of space. And again, if you look through, it's all been broken down earlier. So if you need, if all this has gone a little bit too quick for you, you can always go back and watch the video on inclusive skating, or you can watch it on YouTube, and you can go back and break it all back down to those basics again. So that was the 2 foot turn from forward to backwards. And we're now going to have a go at exercise 2, backwards swizzles. So toes together, bend your knees, and what we're going to do is we're going to go round and in. So that's backwards swizzle, round and in. Okay, so if you can only do one to start off with, you can do that holding onto a chair, holding onto somebody's hand, and then gradually you can then build that up. Okay, so that's a backwards swizzle. So you lift your back wheel slightly, so toes together, push your heels out in a V shape, bend your knees, and then pull them back in. And again, that can be done standing still. So we're moving on again pretty quickly. We're going on to the beginner jump. So we did the jump standing still, and now we're going to just move slightly. So you don't want to lean back on this. So you can bend your knees and just do a little jump and bend your knees. So when you do this, you just need to make sure bend in and don't lean back. Okay, arms slightly forward. So that's the beginner jump moving forward. So we've completed, okay, quite quickly from level 1 to level 10. So we've done all the badges today, and we've done all the 3 elements on each badge. So it's gone pretty quickly. Remember, you can always revert back, okay, to the videos if you want to break it all down again, and gradually build yourself up. You're not expected to go from 1 to 10 all in one go, and you can just choose and go through those levels, you know, as and when your ability allows you to, and you've built your confidence up, and you're not expected to get right to level 10 straight away. So watch the videos, go on YouTube, go on the Inclusive Skating website, and you can see all this, and you can watch the particular badge that you're on, and you can work on it. And if you need any tips or hints, just send us an email. So well done, everybody. See you next time. Bye.